All right, team, we are so excited tonight to have Kristine Weyher, our Diamond Upline, super wonderful support system that we have in her, and just what a blessing Kristine is to our team. And for those of you who don't know, she was my sponsor. She's who sponsored me with Plexus, and if it wasn't for her, my life would be completely different. She's been a blessing to me. I know so many of you have been touched by her, and so tonight she's going to be sharing with us her heart, and I am just excited to hear what she's going to have to share with us. So thank you, Kristine, for coming on tonight.
You are so welcome, and I've said this a million times, I'm going to say it again. I'm always just so honored to be a part of any Zoom. I've had 3 Zooms today, so the cool thing is they've been on all different subjects, so I feel like I got to do my teacher role today. So I'm pretty excited tonight to share with you a custom-made kind of plan of attack for this particular team. And my teaching background tells me I have to have notes. So I have a pad of notes over here. So I'll be looking down and just making sure I hit all my points. But we're going to talk tonight about belief. We're going to talk about being stuck and how to get unstuck. We're going to talk about reflection and how to reflect on our own journeys and really how to take it to the next level. And I just want you guys to embrace this time. And you're definitely going to want to not just take notes, but you're going to want to write down some key things, because I'm going to give you some homework. A teacher not giving you homework would be wrong. So I have to give you some homework tonight to help you grow in your journey with Plexus. So thank you guys for being on tonight. I know there's about a million other things you could be doing, but this is what I'm going to tell you. This time tonight, and any time that you give to your business for training, is setting up your future success for your family. So to me, there's no other place that's more important than right where you are at this moment. That goes for the people who are watching the recording too. So absorb this. If you need to rewatch it, but I'm going to share really the foundation of my journey in this entire business. It's crazy, y'all, to think about. I don't know every single person on here, but it's crazy to think about the fact that on March the 4th, 2014, almost 3 years ago, that I signed up for a discount and now have 6,200 people on my team. It's crazy, okay? An introverted kindergarten teacher who is non-salesy, non-pushy, nervous to talk to people in person that I don't know. If that person, that's me, can do this business and do it successfully, so can every single person that's watching tonight. So I'm going to tell you how it all started. It started with one thing, and it's the one thing I talk about on multiple videos that I've done. We're going to focus on it tonight because it's the foundation of everything, and that's belief. Belief in 3 things. First thing, belief in your self. If you do not believe that you are capable of reaching your dreams, then you're not going to reach them. So I should do a disclaimer. I'm super passionate. I'm not yelling at you. You're not in trouble. I'm super passionate though, because I know what it takes to do this business and do it well. I know how to succeed in this business. And so I want to help y'all do it. You've got to believe in yourself. So right now on your piece of paper, I want you to write down these words. I am able. I am able. Stop thinking you're not equipped for the job. You're equipped. God called you to it. He qualifies the called, y'all. He qualifies you. He doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. And so in this particular industry, when we feel passionate about helping other people, loving other people on a journey, you have to know that it's your plan. It's your plan. You've got to start owning the fact that you're able to do the business. Stop questioning it. Every day, you're going to look yourself in the mirror. This is your homework. You're going to look yourself in the mirror. You're going to say, I am able. I am qualified. Okay? Quit saying, well, I don't have this, or I don't do this well, or stop it. Stop pointing out your weaknesses and start focusing on your strengths in this business. And the very first strength that you all have is that you're here, which means that you're coachable. So have belief in you. Have belief in who you are. Here's the second thing. Belief is the foundation of your passion. You cannot have passion without belief. So what do you need to believe in for passion with Plexus? 2 things. First thing is our products. You have to believe that they work. that they're amazing. If you don't believe that, how are you going to share it with someone else? So start doing your research on what these products do. They're incredible. Go to YouTube and search ProBio 5 and go watch a video on it. Go watch the video with Ame Darling where she talks about the opportunity and the triplex. That's the one I send for follow-up messages. It's incredible. It outlines everything. It outlines the triplex and the opportunity and why you should join, okay? Learn your products. It will build your belief, and it will build your passion. Third thing, you've got to believe in our company. And here's the thing, most of you guys, not all of you, but a lot of you guys are in Arizona where headquarters is. If you've not taken a tour of headquarters, you need to go do it. I just did it in November, and it's unbelievable what they have built in such a short period of time. Guys, the lease on that building will outlast every one of us on this call. That's the kind of lease that we have signed. So it's funny. I don't like to point this out because then people start going the wrong way, but I'm going to point it out to you guys because I trust you with this. I'm going to tell you this. Somebody asked a question to Chris and Susie McCall a couple of weeks ago, and they asked them, so if there wasn't Plexus, if Plexus goes away, what would you be doing? And they couldn't believe they were asked the question because, you know, if anybody has belief, it's Chris and Susie McCall. But I kind of popped off and said, well, I know what my answer would be. So I want to share with you what my answer would be about Plexus going away. If Plexus goes away, it means that Jesus has come back and the second coming has occurred. Y'all, we have a legacy company. It's not going anywhere. We are at the foundational stages. So do you know what that means? It means we have hiccups. We have hiccups. We have crazy stuff that happens with the IT department, with processing orders, with placing orders, with getting shipments done, and it's annoying. I'm not here to like be a fairy princess and tell you everything is fabulous. I am well aware of the struggles that we all have in this company. I am well aware of what we've gone through. Those of you that have been in the last year, been with us the last year, you need to put a gold star in your refrigerator for making it through it because the back office has been a debacle. There's no other way to say it. It's not been easy. But do you know what? It's tested my faith. And do you know what happened? It made my faith in our company stronger. At every corner, they have made things right. And I'm so excited to tell you that they are right now working on turning InfoTrax, which I can't wait to kick to the curb personally, turning that over to our IT department so they can rework it and make it better than ever. There is so much going on behind the scenes that no one even knows about right now. And I'm excited to tell you that we have new products that we'll be launching this year, and they're going to be life-changing, of course, like they wouldn't be. Everything we have is life-changing. Life-changing products. We have a life-changing opportunity, and I believe in my heart, or I wouldn't say it, that what we have coming up in 2017 is going to blow all of our minds. So if you can just dig in, hang on, and realize that our company is going through its infancy. You know, it's kind of like that baby that's trying to crawl and then try to walk and they kind of toddle. That's where we're at right now. But what happens when that toddler starts walking? They start running. And I want every one of you to be here with us as we take off into the future with this company, because I know the amazing freedom that my family has found because of this opportunity. I talk about network marketing sometimes, and I talk about it as just an incredible industry because it is, but we can't fail to notice that Plexus is more than just network marketing. It's a community, it's a family, it's where it's at. There's no other comp plan on the planet that is like ours where you can make money out of the gate. So if you can't feel my belief, you're dead. Feel it. Borrow it if you don't have your own, but I'm telling you, we have something incredible that's going to change the face of the world. We are Plexus worldwide. Do y'all understand what that means? It means we're just getting started. We're only in a couple of countries right now. Imagine what's going to happen when we really do go worldwide. It's going to be incredible. So here's the next thing I want you to write down. I want you to think about this. Why did you start Plexus? Why did you start Plexus? I want you to write down on your paper why you started this, why you started Plexus. And maybe it wasn't for the business. Maybe it was for the products or for a health concern or weight loss or whatever. I want you to write that down right now. And then when you waver, because it's normal, y'all, it's just like faith that we have in God, and we sometimes like question things, or at least we did as teenagers or children. It's the same thing. Occasionally you're going to have like these thoughts that enter your mind, and you're like, is this forever? Or can I do this? Or, is this going to get better? Those questions are completely normal. It doesn't mean that you're wavering in your belief, but sometimes we waver in our why we started, and you need to go back to that whenever you're doubting things. Why did you start Plexus? And then you need to ask yourself, how is that working out? Okay, for me, it's working out quite well because I signed up for a discount and my entire health resolved. It's working out quite well. So in those days where things look foggy or they look gray, I look back to that and I think, I started for my health, and now I'm a retired person. I can be wherever I am needed, whenever I am needed. I can give beyond my wildest dreams. I give abundantly to my church. I'm going to start a ministry. I need to stop focusing on all the things that are not going exactly how I think they need to go. So focus on that. Pull back in those moments of doubt and look at that. Why did I start Plexus? And ask yourself, how is that working out? So let's go right into, are you stuck in your business? And what's funny is I know I have people of all different ranks, people that have been here all different periods of time. And so I'm just going to say this to you. It's okay if you feel stuck from the gate. Like you feel stuck immediately when you started Plexus. And maybe you're not even a silver ambassador yet. You're thinking, I already feel stuck. Like, how's this going to work out? Maybe you're a senior Ruby and you're thinking, I feel stuck. Like my business is not moving forward. It's either moving backwards or it's stuck where it belongs. Okay. Let me just say this to you. That is normal. It is normal. And I really do believe it's not easy for me to say this, but it's the truth. I really do believe that it teaches us to be more consistent and focus on our actual DMO, daily method of operation. It teaches us to focus on our IPA. Because I'm going to say some really bold things to you guys tonight. And the first one is this. If you're stuck, you need to go look in the mirror. Okay? You need to go look in the mirror and you need to figure out why that is. Because if your team is stuck, it's not the team. It's not the team. I've had to have this conversation with myself, so it's easy for me to tell you that that's what you need to do. Okay? If you're not moving forward, it's up to you to move the wheels. You have to push the momentum. And I'm going to say this to you. You can go watch a billion YouTube videos in network marketing, even in Plexus, and listen to people that have had to completely rebuild their organization multiple times. I'm going to give you an example of that tonight. Nikki Hinkle, who is a Diamond Ambassador, is incredible. She, I think this is just posted on the Diamonds page, so you're privy to some inside information. But she posted that 15% of her organization that she went Emerald with is still active today. 15%. She had to go find some more people. She had to go build a new team to get her to Sapphire and Diamond. Rebecca Folks, the other night on the thing that we listened to that Rebecca set up for us, said she went at each rank, she went with different people. So somebody different got her to each rank. That's because this business is called recycling. We recycle. We move forward. We're constantly adding. So if you thought you were just going to sign up 20 people and go Diamond, I hate to burst your bubble, but that isn't going to happen. You have to constantly be adding. Y'all, I was like 4 months from Emerald when I signed Rebecca up. I was 4 months from Emerald. I was already a Ruby when I signed her up. I was already moving with momentum forward. Okay? So is it all because of Rebecca that I got to Emerald? No, it's because of a lot of people. But what if I hadn't had her? I probably wouldn't have gone Emerald, right? And I've continued to sign people up not every month, that would be a lie. Almost every month since that time. I believe in personal sponsoring. If you're not personally sponsoring, what do you think your team is duplicating? They're not duplicating personal sponsorship. So you have to be personally sponsoring with a welcome pack, with AQ on, and plugging those newbies in to the 3-way chats, to the newbie trainings, to the things that are offered for you. If you're not doing that, you're not teaching people, hey, you go get on that newbie page that Kristine offers, watch those training videos, then we're not setting people up for success out of the gate. And here's the truth. This is so simple, and yet people don't grasp it. So everybody grasp it really quick, okay? If you give people a check, they make a check. they're not going to quit. I've never met a person that goes, no, I don't really need $500 a month. I think I'm just going to quit. Nobody does that. They don't do it. The key to success in this business is getting people started and getting a check in their hand right away. We all know 3 people. We all know 3. We may not know 300, but we all know 3. You go find your 3, and this is what you're going to say. I need you to join me on this journey. No more of this. I really hope that you decide to. I would really none of that business. I need you to join me on this journey, and we are going to do this together, like with passion, confidence, and posture. Tell them you need them to do it. When people are needed, what do you think they do? They come on board. But if you say, I want you to do this, I want a chocolate cake. My husband's probably not going to get me one. If I tell him I need it, he might go get me a chocolate cake. Okay? The need word is super important. Use that word in your verbiage and get people started right away using that word, bringing people on into the business and getting them a paycheck. It's so important. You want to get unstuck? That's how you do it. You personally sponsor and you teach them to do the exact same thing. I don't remember who said it, but it's brilliant. This business is simple. It really is. It's simple. It's sharing. It's duplication. We do the same thing over and over again in this business. We share the same exact thing. It's not like we have to come up with a new product every month. We have the same set of products. It's simple. But this is the truth. It's not an easy business because we have to do something that we don't have to do in other careers. We have to face rejection every day. But we have to realize that people are not rejecting us. They're rejecting what they don't understand. They're rejecting what they're not prepared to do. They're rejecting an idea. And I just got off another Zoom call with another team. And one of the stories that I told them I'm going to tell you right now, even though I'm not supposed to be doing fear of rejection, I can't help it. I have to tell you the story. So Kelly and I will occasionally go to breakfast. We've occasionally gone to breakfast for, 10 years, okay? Not huge breakfast people, but every time we go, the same thing happens. The waitress would come, and she would say, do you want coffee? And I'm like, fill it up, sister. I want some coffee. I love the taste of coffee. Just so we're clear, I don't need it for caffeine. I love the taste of it, okay? So I'm like, yes, I want coffee. And they would ask Kelly, do you want coffee? And she would say every time, I don't drink coffee. No, thank you. Do you think that waitress went back in the back and had a ball fest and like flipped out and went to counseling? Heck no. She didn't even think another thing about it. Do you know why? Because people rejected her all day long when she offered them coffee or juice or water or whatever it was. It wasn't a personal rejection. It was just something that Kelly didn't know that she would like. Like she didn't know it for 10 years. She wasn't open to the idea of drinking coffee because one time long ago, she tasted some nasty black coffee without the good stuff in it. And so she said she didn't like it. I have been trying to convince this woman for 10 years to try freaking coffee. Heck no, she wasn't having it until October of 2016 when we were at a training and there was coffee. And I said, you're freezing. Let me just make you some coffee. I didn't like it. Blah, blah, blah. Same story. I'm like, let me make you some coffee with cream and sugar, and you're going to like it. And I did. And you know what happened? She freaking loves coffee. She drinks it every day now. It took her 10 years to decide she might like to try it. And now she loves coffee. I don't even drink coffee every day. She does. She drinks coffee every single day. Hello. So she figured it out finally. Because what it means is a no is not a no. It means a not now, or I'm ignorant. I don't even know what's being offered to me. I just called my best friend ignorant. Forgive me. But truly, she was ignorant. She didn't know it tasted good. She needed to try it to find out. That's where people are with Plexus. It's the same thing. It's the waitress pouring coffee, and you are the waitress. And when they say no, you go, cool, next. Cool, next. You cannot allow these things to stifle you in the business or you will not be successful. You literally need to be like a waitress who offers coffee to every single person you meet. Here's the truth. Plexus is a numbers game. Network marketing is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more people are going to tell you no. But you got to get past the no's to get to the yeses. So if you tell 100 people about Plexus and 5 people tell you yes and 95 tell you no, I'm going to say you're pretty successful in the business, okay? So just look at it like that. This is a situation where if you want to be unstuck, You talk to more people. You talk to more people. So now what I want you to do is I want you to write down 3 things other than Plexus that you are passionate about. 3 things. Everybody write down 3 things that you're passionate about. Plexus can't be one of them. We already know we're all passionate about Plexus or we wouldn't be on this call. So 3 things. Now, I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you actively involved in these 3 areas? Okay? Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's church. Maybe it's your kids' sporting activities. Maybe it's knitting. God help you. I don't know how you're involved in knitting, but I'm not judging you. Whatever it is, write it down and then ask yourself this question. Am I actively involved in these 3 areas? If you love them and you're not actively involved, it's time to get involved in them, okay? Here's my next question to ask you. Are you actively involved in creating new relationships surrounded around these activities that you love? If you're not, then you're missing a huge piece that could be in your warm market. And I'm going to just take Airgate, for example. You know, she's a Sapphire Ambassador. She's under Chris and Susie. And she trains her team on this, and it's freaking brilliant. God help her, she loves knitting. More power to her, okay? She also loves Instapot cooking. Loves it. So what she did was she got on Facebook, and she went and found some Instapot communities to go join. Now, she didn't just join an Instapot community and then hang out, okay? She joined Instapot communities and then got really involved making all this great food in her Instapot and sharing her recipes and interacting with people and asking them questions and posting in there and commenting under people's threads. And then what do you think happened? She started friending people. Now, do you think that she puked Plexus on them? Heck no. That's not what you're doing. You are building relationships. This is a relationship business. Are you going to get immediate ambassadors out of this? I doubt it. You going to get immediate customers out of it? I doubt it. Nothing is immediate. Okay? It's not immediate. I literally, this is not even a lie. It's so true. So, been posting about Plexus for almost 3 years. Have a gal. I went to 2 different high schools. The first high school I was only at 1 year. So I friended all these people that went to Nathan Hale. Okay, I didn't even go there for a year, and I don't even know half of the people I friended, but they had mutual friends. I'm friend, adding to my warm market. So I added this chick to my warm market 3 years ago. 3 years ago. She messaged me last week and asked me about Plexus. Where the heck have you been, woman? You've been watching me succeed in this business for 3 years. She's a teacher. She has health issues. Hello, where you been? I don't know. She's been waiting for me to fail. I had a lady join me a year and a month ago. Get this, y'all. Actually, no. It was exactly a year ago tomorrow she joined me. These were her words to me when I met her at Starbucks. I was waiting for you to die, but since you're still alive, I guess I'm ready to try the pink drink. All righty. Whatever it takes, people. I mean, different strokes for different folks, right? I mean, some people are going to watch you, but do you know why they finally joined me? By the way, I'm still waiting for Jennifer to join me. Maybe she'll get on with it. I mean, I followed up with her 500 times since last week because I was trying to earn the garment, but whatever. Anyway, so eventually she's going to join me because she's asking me about Plexus, and I've been sending her all this educational stuff. So I'm just telling you that the relationships that you build that are foundational in your life will eventually produce fruit. I can't promise it's going to be in a week. Can't promise it's going to be in 10 weeks. It may not be in a year, but it will happen. I was watching a video tonight. Actually, I went on a 3-mile walk. I went on a 3-mile walk by myself, and I listen to music first, and I was listening to some training videos, and I was listening to Ame Darling. And I love her because she gives so many facts and figures. I just love that stuff. I'm red with a green, okay? So I was all about the figures. And she said, you know, in network marketing, when you first sign up, 10% of your audience is going to join you out of the gate. So at the beginning, 10% of your audience. 10% of your audience is never going to join you, okay? Never going to join you. They completely are skeptical, and they're not joining you. So 80% of your warm market that knows you, loves you when you start a business is going to watch you. And they're going to watch you for an indefinite amount of time. You need to figure out this. This is super key. And this is part of being unstuck. What is it that you are marketing? What is it that you're selling? Go back to your why that you wrote down, why you started. Are you selling health and wellness? Are you selling prosperity? Are you selling an opportunity for time freedom? Whatever it is, those are the people that are watching you. So my suggestion is clear. You should be selling all of those things. Mix up your posts. You should not always be talking about ProBio 5. You can only beat a dead horse for so long. Everybody doesn't want ProBio 5. God bless them, they need it, but they don't want it. So you got to move on to X Factor, okay? You got to move on to the financial benefits. You got to move on to the friendships. This is the key. 4-color personalities couldn't even be more serious. You need to market to your 4-color personalities. If you are a Rebecca, you want to have fun. You want to go socialize. You want to be with people all the time, and you want to talk, 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 talk. That's what you want to do, because that's what blues do, okay? If you're a red, you want to be competitive. You want to win. You want to be the best. You want to be on the stage. That's me, okay? If you're a yellow, you want to help people. You want to nurture them. You want to love them. You want to make their life better. You want to make them amazing. You got to market to them. If you're a green, you want to know why Plexus is so amazing. Like, give me some facts and figures, like how many people and when and what kind of financial benefits can I get? You need to have black and white. So you need to be hitting those areas every single week that you post. Maybe not every day. People might like really freak out. But you need to hit those things every week, because if you're not, you're missing part of your audience. And here's what I've learned. We all speak a different language. If you're not speaking the red language, I'm probably not listening to you, okay? I'm not listening to you. I need you to speak my language if you want me to be on board. I'm competitive. Maybe it's a fault, but I'm going with it, okay? So whatever it is, you need to be speaking the language of all of the people in your audience. And we don't know what everybody's color personality is, so speak them all fluently, at least every week. Make sure you're hitting those target people. Because when you identify with them, amazing things are going to happen. I'm actually going to look at my phone because I took notes. I spoke with Big Al this weekend, which, can I just tell you, was incredible. I see some big trainings going on in the near future from him. Okay, this is what he said. In 4 sentences, this is how you attack all 4 color personalities when you're selling the opportunity. We help so many people, and we have so much fun. We make lots of money, and it just makes sense to join now. Those 4 sentences is how you sell a person from the get-go with an opportunity. It's all 4 color personality types, okay? And he has researched this since 1972. Like, he knows. Trust him on this. Do it. Okay, so would you believe I'm only on the first page of notes? I need to know what time it is. Oh, I'm doing okay. All right, so we are in a relationship business. You've got to build relationships to be successful. We're really not in a sales company. I know we sell products, but we're really in relationship business. And so the good news is that we build relationships. The bad news is that relationships don't happen overnight, and so we have to cultivate them. And here's where I think people go wrong when they reach out and message people, especially in follow-up. They'll reach out and they'll say, hey, have you thought any more about Plexus? Or do you have any more questions about Plexus? Or something about Plexus. No, that is not how you build relationships. You build relationships with people by saying, oh my gosh, I love that picture of Johnny that you posted yesterday on his scooter. That was so precious. I love keeping up with your family on Facebook. The end. There's no Plexus. You're going to have to build those relationships, and you're going to have to build a foundation of trust with someone before you're ever able to share the opportunity. So I'm going to go against the grain and tell you something that I don't necessarily agree with, which is not necessarily the same for every Diamond Ambassador. This is a Kristinism. It's how I built my business. I think it's wrong to cold message people that you don't have a relationship with. I just don't think they're going to join you. Why would they want to join you? You can do it. You can cold message them, but you have one opportunity to make a first impression. One opportunity. So instead of cold messaging people that you don't know, what should you do? Build a relationship with those people. Then you can message them, because you will be able to identify who they are and what they need. Everyone in the world, and I'm not crazy, I really believe this, everyone in the world needs Plexus. They either need it for the opportunity or they need it for the products. We have to identify what each person needs before we present it, or else we have really shot ourselves in the foot out of the gate. So I don't cold message people that I don't know. If you want to do it and you've had success doing it, go team. But I really believe that where it's at is by developing relationships with people so that we can then go to them and share with them what they will understand in their language. You have to realize that we're in attraction marketing. Attraction marketing means we have to be attractive. If you are posting fried butter on your Facebook page and saying that we were part of a health and wellness company, we have a little issue, okay? You shouldn't be posting fried butter with a bottle of black. That's not what black is. Black is for the thyroid. It's got iodine in it. It's an awesome carbon sugar blocker, but it doesn't take care of dumb choices, okay? So you don't post stuff like that on your Facebook page and then go, I'm part of a health and wellness company. That's crazy. People are like, she's bipolar. I ain't having it. I mean, that's just what they think. So think about things before you post it. If you want people to take you seriously, then you have to take yourself seriously enough to really walk the walk and talk the talk. If you're not drinking your water, start drinking your water. But if you everywhere you go, you have a tea with you, people are probably going to be like, yeah, that Plexus stuff must not work. So we are in attraction marketing. We have to walk the walk and talk the talk. Figure out what you're attracting. If you're only attracting people that want the products, it's because of how you're marketing them. Do you want business builders? Are you wanting to rank up in this company? If you are, you need to be looking for business building people, which means you have to present the opportunity. Because if you only lead with products, you're only going to get people that want the products. You have to lead with the opportunity if you want business builders. I know it can be uncomfortable, but the truth is people lay awake at night trying to figure out how to get out of debt, how to take their family on vacation, how to pay for private school, how to pay for college. That's what they lay awake at night for. And we have a solution to that. Reach out to them and share this opportunity. It is incredible, and it will bring you business builders, which is going to propel your business forward. So this is not going to be popular, but I'm going to state it anyway. We can sit around and talk about how stuck we are, and we can blame the back office. We can say, well, it's because orders aren't processing. It's because I can't get anybody signed up without calling CS. It's because shipping is delayed. It's because we don't have AQ anymore, and now people aren't ordering every month. So there's no consistency. All of those things are true. That doesn't negate the fact that you're not personally sponsoring ambassadors, or that you're not training ambassadors, or that you're not reaching out and following up because you're so frustrated with the back office. So this is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to reiterate what Tarl Robinson said. We have to focus on what we can control. Those things will resolve. They will resolve. But we have to focus on what we can focus on right now. And what we can focus on is personal sponsorship, training, engagement, getting to our teams, doing events, whether it's sip and sees or vendor events or opportunity and training events. We have to focus on those things because those are the things that we can actually control. And when we do that and we set people up for realistic expectations, it's key. We are going to have success long-term in this business. When we tell people, oh, you could totally lose 50 pounds in 30 days, we have a money-back guarantee. What do you think is going to happen at the end of 30 days? They're going to turn off and leave because what you told them was going to happen didn't happen. So instead, we have to talk about the fact that they have to commit for 60 to 90 days. We have natural plant-based products. This is not a chemical reaction within your gut. You're not going to have instant results. I wouldn't say this to somebody, but hey, you didn't get 500 pounds overnight. You're probably not going to get skinny tomorrow. You're not going to word it that way, but you're going to say, it took you a couple of years to get where you are. It's just going to take you some time to get where you want to be. It's just the truth. Set them up for success by giving them a realistic expectation. So those of you that are sitting there thinking, she's insane, and I already do all the things she's telling me, and I'm not blaming the back office, and I am personal sponsoring, and I'm doing this. This is what I want to tell you. Is your business moving in the direction you want it to? Are you moving forward? If the answer is no, then I'm going to issue you a challenge. I can read your back office, y'all. I know where you are in your numbers, so don't try to con me because I know where every one of you are. I can pull you up. I know if you're moving forward in your business. So this is for a lot of people on this call, and I should be doing this for my whole team, okay? I want to encourage you to do something that I used to encourage my Weight Watcher members to do. When they would come to me and they would say, I'm not having success with the program. I'm not losing weight. I'm gaining weight or whatever. And I would say, well, are you drinking your water? Are you eating fruits and vegetables? Are you all the things? And they would always answer me, oh yes, I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm blah, blah, blah. And they always told me they were doing everything I told them to do, but they still weren't having success. This is what I would have them do. I would say, well, you know what? You're going to keep a food journal. And next week when you come to see me, we're going to look at your food journal. We're going to see what's going in your mouth. So every single thing that you put in your mouth, we're going to look at on your food journal. And by the way, that's a way to really encourage people that tell you they don't have success with the products. Is ask them to keep a food journal. Most of them will stop complaining when they realize what they're putting in their mouth and why they're not having success. Okay, so keep a food journal, but we're not going to keep a food journal. What kind of journal are we going to keep? We're going to keep an IPA journal. That's what I'm going to encourage you to do. So this is only for people that don't feel like their momentum is going in the right direction. If you feel like your momentum is going backwards, we have a problem. So we've got to put the brakes on, turn the train around, and get it moving in the right direction. We're going to do that by analyzing how we're spending our time. So I want you to write down who you're following up with, how you're following up with them, who you're reaching out to, what kind of message you're sending them, and realize that this is a numbers game. So if you're not reaching out to multiple people every day, that's the first place to start. You need to be increasing your warm market. So I want you to write down, how many people are you friending every day? How many people are accepting that friend request? Are you building your warm market every single day in some way? Either it's by somebody at Walmart that you friend on Facebook, or it's by adding across that bottom scrolling bar, or it's by thinking, who do I know from high school that I'm not friends with yet on Facebook? And you're going to add to your warm market, and you're going to write the names down on your IPA journal to find out where you are in building that warm market. And then you're going to go build relationships with those people. Again, you're not going to say anything about Plexus. You're going to reach out to them and say, oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen you. So great to reconnect with you. Literally, it's going to take 3 seconds to do that. So you're going to start that relationship building. Here's the truth. And I'm going to be done, except for Q&A that you want to ask me, anything you want to ask me. So start thinking about that. If you feel like you're bleeding out, that means you are losing points. You are bleeding out. I'm going to tell you right now how to fix it. You have to apply pressure to the wound. If you're bleeding, you have to apply pressure. Do you remember that diamonds are coal that did well under pressure? That's what diamonds are. Apply the pressure to your business. Activity fixes everything in network marketing. If you're stuck, go back and rewatch this video again and go do the things that I said to do. This is what I'm going to tell you. There are hundreds of ways to get to the top of this company. That may not even be your goal, but there are hundreds of ways to do it and do it successfully. I only know the way that I've done it, and then I've taught my other jewels to do it, and they're very successful in their business. I'm telling you, if you will do the things I'm telling you to do, if you will have a no-quit attitude, if you will draw your line in the sand and be consistent and persistent in your business, we will get over this speed bump that we have going on with the back office. And then, my friends, we really are on the highway to Emerald. Back at you, sister.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Kristine.
Of course.
Yeah, well, I'm just like kind of overwhelmed by it all. It was so good. I don't even know where to begin, but we will open it up to some questions, definitely. I think that those statistics that you gave are really good. About 10% of your audience is going to join you, 10% will never join. So we need to focus on the 80% that's watching us, and we need to be showing them a good show. And so that's really good to think about what we're marketing. It's very good.
Okay, I see Leslie wants me to repeat the 4 color statement.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that.
I meant to ask you to do that too.
Okay, so if you're talking to somebody about Plexus, you're going to say, oh my gosh, Plexus is amazing because we get to help so many people.
Mm-hmm.
We have fun. We make lots of money. And it just makes sense to join now. So help people is the yellow, have fun is the blue, make lots of money is the red, it makes sense to do it right now is the green.
Awesome. I wanted you to do that too. I had like notes, like go over that again because I didn't get it all. So thank you. Okay, who else has questions? Don't be shy. You have to take yourself off mute. I really liked the part where you said, you know, tell people I need you to join me on this. And I want to do this with you. Because I think you're right. A lot of times we get in this apologetic mode of, oh, please, will you? Oh, I really want you to. Oh, I really think it would be great. Okay, well, I understand if you don't want, you know, like we kind of like just give them the excuse not to, instead of encourage them in that way to say that I do need you. And I think you'd be great at this. This is why. And I think you could have success with this.
I've got a question. This is Laura. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just got 10 packs of the 3-day trial pack with the accelerator and the slim. And I'm not currently on the accelerator, and I'm not sure how to tell anybody that I would sell these trial packs to how to use it.
Well, this is what I'm going to tell you. When you start people out, like if, let's say they ordered a full month supply of Slim Accelerator, I would tell them to start with 5 days of Slim. But that doesn't work well for the 3-day trials because you don't have 5. So what I tell them to do is to start with Slim and 1 accelerator with in the morning before they eat breakfast. I'm going to say this though, if they are sensitive to caffeine at all, they need to eat with that accelerator or it's going to make them feel jittery. I told you I've taken, I don't know if I can't remember what I said on which Zoom, but I took diet pills. And so I could literally take a whole bottle of accelerator and I don't think I would be jittery. But most people that are sensitive to caffeine may notice that they're jittery when they take, you guys even picture me on diet pills? I mean, it was way a mess. I mean, wow, like super speed woman. And I gained all my weight back, by the way, plus more. But anyway, I would tell them to eat with food if they're sensitive to caffeine because it has just a little bit of caffeine, about as much as a half a cup of coffee.
Thank you.
Absolutely. They're so quiet, Rebecca. What's the deal?
I figured they'd have a million questions for you. Come on.
Kristine,
Yes.
this is Gloria. I have a question about the 3-way chat.
Okay.
Do you have a script that you use to try to get people to want to do a 3-way chat?
I don't have a script, but I'm going to tell you how it works really effectively.
Thank
It would be, let's say, Gloria, that you have a potential that you want to sign up. Let's just say, for example, they have diabetes, okay? And you know that Slim would really help them and they should be on the triplex. And so you're talking to them, but you don't have diabetes, so you don't have a personal testimony. So you're talking to them, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, if I just knew somebody that had diabetes, I could add them to this chat and they could give their personal testimony. Well, Kelly's husband is a diabetic and he's off all his medicine. So you remember that. You think, oh my gosh, Kelly would be a great person to talk to. So you say to your friend, your potential, hey, Lisa, I have a precious friend of mine whose husband has had so many great results with plexus and his diabetes. I want to add her to the chat so she can tell you her story. And then when Kelly's added, you say, this is my friend Kelly. She's going to tell you about her husband, David, with diabetes. So it's never, I don't have a script, but that's how I do it. The important key when you add somebody to a 3-way chat is to never say, this is my upline, this is my downline, this is my sideline. We don't use any of those MLM terms. Instead, we always say, you know, this is my friend, so-and-so. And then we bring them in. And we always alert them on what they're going to be talking about. So you would say, like, this is my friend Kelly, whose husband had great results with plexus for his diabetes. So she knows what she's supposed to share. Because you don't want her coming on and sharing about gastric bypass surgery. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of introducing her with what you want her to talk about. Was that what you were wanting?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because sometimes you don't, like they don't have a health issue. So they're just curious. So you wonder, how do you get that started?
Can I chime in on that a little bit? I think it's really important that before you put a third-party validation person in your chat, that you've at least chatted them a little bit with them a little bit yourself, because you don't want to throw them in a chat and be like, you know, explain what the triplex is or explain what plexus does. Like, there already needs to be some conversation going before you grab your friend to add to the conversation. You know, you're just doing that to help close the deal more, or to help answer their questions and make it relatable because that person has the story.
Absolutely. You're just all that a three-way chat is validation of what you've already said. So you have to say all the important stuff first, and then that person, that third party, is coming in to just validate what you've already said. It's like saying, you know, when mom and dad, the child comes and says, I want a puppy, and they go and get mom, and she says, oh, we have to have a puppy, and then dad caves. That's what it is. That's what a three-way chat is. It's totally getting them to feel like, not that they're ganged up on, but like, well, yeah, I should totally do this because they both are doing it and they love it and they're doing great on it. So it's just that kind of extra encouragement. And I think they work so well. Like, I have seen so much great success with three-way chats. They work awesome for newbies too, getting people started off on the right foot. They are amazing. Like, I think three-way chats are great. And I'm just going to add one more dimension. Voice messaging is the bomb.com. Written words are great, but people love to hear your voice. So when I do three-way chats, I do a lot of voice messaging because I want them to hear me. Not everybody can understand me because I'm from Oklahoma, but, you know, more power to them. I do the best I can. But they really do relate more to you when you're able to talk in your voice. They may not know how to do it back to you, but it makes them feel, I don't know, something about makes them feel more comfortable. Plus, you can get a lot more said in a very short period of time.
And they hear the passion in your voice.
I have a question. So I got on the phone with two potentials on Friday, and both of them are friends of mine, and I talked to them about the product, and the thing they said was, okay, let me research the product and I'll get back to you. What do you say to that?
Honestly, I would say, well, what are you concerned about with plexus? I would just be asking, like, this is what I have, and I didn't go into this tonight, but this is the biggest thing with follow-up with people. We cannot meet objections if we don't know what the objection is. So they may not even have an objection yet because they may not know what they're concerned about. But oftentimes, that's a way to ditch it. They just go, well, I'm just going to go research it. They're really not going to research it. They're just trying to get out of having a conversation with you. So instead, I call them back and just say, what are your concerns? Like, what questions do you have? Are you curious about the ingredients in Slim, or whatever it is that you've recommended for them? Because I think if we don't meet them where they are, we can't ever get past the objection. It's the same thing when we have somebody, and I know all you guys have had this happen, where I have 3 of them this week where I've messaged them, I followed up, they said, oh yeah, I'm totally interested. They've asked for information. I've sent it again. It's crickets. That I call it the circle of death. Comes down and it sits there. Nobody responds to me. So my follow-up in that situation is this. Hey, I don't want to push you. I don't want to pressure you, but I know plexus could change your life. You know, what is holding you back from making this decision? Because it opens up a dialogue where they're able to say, well, I just don't have the money, or I don't think I have the time for the business, or I don't really understand the comp plan, or whatever it is that they have. Now you have something that you can have a conversation about. So I know that was way more information than you probably wanted.
No, that's good.
I mean, that is the kind of conversation that I would open up with them and just get them to talk to you, like ask them more questions. And when you guys follow up with people, it should always end in a question every single time, because there's something about asking someone a question. Not everybody does this, but a lot of people feel compelled to answer you. You want them to feel compelled. So, and why we're talking about follow-ups, totally not on the subject, but this has been really beneficial to me. And so I want to share it with you guys tonight. When you have somebody who has the ball of death that comes down and sits there and they never respond to you, like you literally have followed up with them 3, 4, 5 times, you know they've read it because there are little pictures there, but they haven't ever messaged you. If it's somebody who you really want to sign up or you really want to get on the products, this is a proven method. Literally 90% of the time it works for me. I will wait like a week and I will message back and I will just say, hey, Beth, you know, I I hope that you can see my heart in reaching out to you. I really believe in Plexus. It's amazing. You know, if I'm talking about the business, I'm going to phrase it a little different, or the product's a little different. But I'll just say, you know, I hope that you know that your friendship is so much more important to me than Plexus or the business of Plexus. And I really hope that I have not offended you in sending you this message. And if I have, would you please give me the opportunity to apologize? 90% of people will come back and be like, oh my gosh, no, I've just been busy. I totally want information. Or this just isn't the right time for me. I appreciate you reaching out. 90%. Because nobody wants you to think they're mad at you, that you're mad at them, or that they're mad at you. Nobody wants that on them. So call me a manipulator, but it freaking works. You're going to get some responses. So use that. I wouldn't do it immediately. Give them like a week. Boom, right back at them. You know, I really hope I haven't offended you. I'm telling you, 90% of the time it works, and you actually get some interaction. It's not always positive. Some people just say, I'm not interested. But what if they go, oh my gosh, thank you for reaching out? Because that's happened multiple times as well. So just had to throw that little carrot out there.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I love that. I think you've said that one before, but it's been a while and I kind of forgot about that one. So I like that.
Thank you so much, Kristine. I got to run. I've got a Zoom team call here in about 5 minutes.
Okay, girl.
Thank you. Thank you, Kristine.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the recording here, but thank you so much, Kristine, for pouring into our team. Always so inspiring, and we just appreciate all the wisdom that you bring to us and the support that you give our team.
I am excited to celebrate all of you in 2017. I know exactly where you're headed. Now you guys figure out where you're headed, because I am cheering you on all the way. Let's do this thing.
Woo woo!
Thank you, Kristine.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.